What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 211 of the Upland Property Xperts podcast. We have Dak from the Upland Racing League. We have a fire sale of Upland just unloaded on us with the holiday season, and they got that kicked off right, and we have so much more. Stay tuned, and you don't want to miss this episode.
The UPX Podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host who's stupid to win and ThankMeLater. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland Property Experts, baby, UPX.
Oh, man. Welcome to the podcast, and I already screwed up before we got started. Lizette sent me a thing saying that we might not be live in the Upland Cafe, so I'm trying to verify that right now. I forgot to change stuff. So that's
one job. I mean, you have like 20, but for the purposes of my commentation, one job.
Go for it.
No, where? Do not disturb. Oh, okay. So I can do that for 1 hour. I messed up. Because I'm on a Mac now, and kudos to the Apple network at when I put my Mac on Do Not Disturb, it puts my phone on Do Not Disturb. But the other week I did that and I forgot to turn it off and I missed a bunch of stuff because my phone was then on Do Not Disturb, so I didn't get any notifications.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was like, oh, crap. So I was like, oh, wait, Do Not Disturb, but I'll just do it for 1 hour. Because the notifications are a pain on my Mac.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they're informative because it all syncs up. But yeah. Anywho, so are we live in the cafe or what?
I'm trying to figure that out right now. Still waiting for verification there. And I don't know how to fix it if that's the case.
What up, Zany Socks, Metaventurous in the house, Hyde Park Ninjas. What up, Dak, who's going to be on the show later? Very exciting.
Yeah.
Barak.
That's Lucifer. FX.
I got that. Barak. I'm going to say Barak. Yeah. But yeah. Jimmy Jester. What up, JJ?
What up?
Shack Attack. I love it. The Shack Attack. Also, whenever you're you don't want to miss this show, it implies that there are shows that people want to miss.
Oh, absolutely there are.
Which ones are those? Probably the ones that I wasn't on. That's fair. You probably
Oh, okay. Anyway, we do kill me sometimes. Yes, Upland had a lot of stuff going on over the Thanksgiving. We weren't busy enough spending time with our family. They decided to hit us with all kinds of stuff. There was a stock car pro sale going on, the Snowdrift Showdown. Well, that was going on this week, but you had to register last week. The Black Friday Bonanza. You had the Totem wearables that were announced. You had the NFLPA wearables. Then they got you with, the ugliest sweater and the mini games are still going on. And then they hit you with the totem reveal. It was a busy 9 days since we were last on the air.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and don't forget Master Builders going on.
Yep, Master Builders going on.
Did all my votes. Oh, wait, I missed one vote. I had to make sure. Ooh. Oh, man. Steampunk. I like that steampunk. Man, there's some good. Oh, another toss head. No, I got to vote for the toss head.
Yeah. And then they also had the release of the last piece of the Block Explorers for the Frenzy.
Oh, yes. Oh my God. Dude, can I just tell you that both you and Daddy D in TikTok, dude,
we didn't we were going to trigger you like that.
dude, I was having such a shitty day. Like I was just, and then like that was like the one happy thing. I got all 3. Like, and the thing was, like, I did it legit. Like I went to the store, I flew to Manhattan. Actually, I had to go to Brooklyn, so I had to figure out how to get from Chicago to Brooklyn, which was a pain in the butt. And then get from there back to San Francisco. Like, use the app, found all the stores, bought the things, and then I was like, "Hey, I got it!" I was so happy. It was like my one happy thing of the day. And you're like, "The snapshot was 2 days ago," and I was like, "No." And then, and so you didn't get me because I was just like, you BS me all the time. But then Daddy D's like, oh, it closed at like 10 a.m. PT today, which was like an hour or like an hour before. And I was just like, and I lost it. I was just like, I'm done. Like I was ready to delete the app. I'm like, I'm so mad. Plus I was mad at you two because I was like, you knew that this was the only thing I cared about. No one gave me a reminder. Like, you guys suck. But I also recognized, like, all right, I didn't read the announcement. I was so mad. Like I was like, I was in a parking lot and I like couldn't actually drive away. I was just like pissed. I was just like, I'm done. And then you guys are like, oh no, we're just messing with you. I'm like, are you serious? Cool guys, like, Jesus. So I got my block explorers. So because I can't miss another badge. And this will be a dozen. I think this puts me at a dozen badges. I think. Hold on, let's see. No, maybe 11. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. No, this will fill out my 4th row. I'll have 12 badges. So, yes.
Yeah, like, and then you said, then I felt bad because you sent us that message. You're like, I'm like, oh, he just.
Oh yeah, no, I spiraled quick. I was so mad. I was so done. And then I was just like, if a game can get me this upset and like this triggered, like I don't even want to play anymore. Because honestly, like I haven't played Upland, like really, like, and I love Upland, but I've been dealing with my own stuff. And so like this is the first thing, like even like the mission control, like where it's like send to a property. So I'm like collecting the missions, like that's how little I had done in the actual app for a while. And so I was really happy to kind of get back in. Like I was having fun. I actually bought some other block explorers. Like I was interacting, like I was dipping my toe back into the game. And then you guys were like, no. And I'm like, oh, like I was like, burn it to the ground. Like it was about to be a fire sale for sure. Like I was like, damn, y'all are not dizzy. Let's put it on, because honestly, you BS me all the time. So like I was just like, nope, I'm not. I got 0% mad when you posted your nonsense because I'm like, you always post nonsense. Dizzy doesn't usually mess with me. Dizzy doesn't usually mess with me. So when he's posted that, because I was like, he has no reason to lie to me. Like he was like, oh, 10 a.m. Pacific time, like done. It was just like, I was just like, oh, like, oh, and I was like, why would he lie? Why would he do that? There's no reason for him to do that to me. So he got me good. He got me good.
Daddy D doesn't do that to you, you know. It's just usually me. And I thought, you know, since it was like the day after the last set of 50, the Vivid, I was just calling them the Vivid ones, the Vivid Victorian block explorers. You know, I figured since it was a day after, saying 2 days ago, you knew I was messing with you because it was even before the sale started. But then all of a sudden you trigger. I was like, oh, damn.
No, yours, I immediately dismissed yours. And that's why I was like, I'll wait for Dizzy to actually give me a time. And it made sense. I was like, oh, it might have been quick. It might have been like a 24-hour flip. Like, you know, you have to have had the other 2, and then they were going to give a brief window, but like, I could see that. Like I had no idea because I like I said, I hadn't read it anywhere or seen it, and we hadn't talked about it. So he got me good. I had to take some extra blood pressure medication that day.
You're not supposed to take extra, dude. That's not good.
No, you can. Like if your blood pressure gets high, it's like
okay.
It's preventative. It like so you don't have a stroke. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, and then I was like, oh, damn, did they post something? That's the only thing I did not like about it is at least go ahead and, tell us when the snapshot's going to happen. I thought it was really cool having the 3 different block explorers, tying it to San Francisco properties, and then each release there were less available. So it drove secondary sales for your block explorer shops. I did get the closer mint of the second one, which I was the Frisco Flyer. I was pretty excited that I got the closer mint of that. Somebody had that on sale, so I paid a little extra for that.
Worth it, yeah.
Yeah. And then the Vivid Venetian Victorians, there was a guy out there saying that, oh, I have one. Anybody want to do it? And then you looked in his assets. He didn't have it. It was already gone. But then he was still like telling people he had it. He goes, I'm just waiting for it to appear. I'm like, dude, other people already have it in their assets. So you can't tell me you're waiting for it to appear. You don't have it and you're wasting my time. And then I worked out a deal with somebody else and got a price for it. And the interesting thing there was it was about 1/3 of their overall net worth. Is a lot of people that had very low net worths were the 50 that got it. And there were some names I recognized, some newer players that got it. So there was a variety of it. And they're like, yeah, I'm not sending this to you first until you give me my UPX. I'm like, no, I'm not increasing your net worth by 1/3, by 1/4, basically. And they're like, well, how do I know you're not going to rip me off? I'm like, okay. I said, I will not rip you off. You can go check Upland. They've done videos with me. I have a show each week. Like, oh, okay. I said, I can't rip people in the community off or it will be very bad. I've been doing a show for 3 years. It would be bad if I rip somebody. And they're like, oh, okay. All right, here you go.
That is like a definite perk at this point. Like we are so established, like, absolutely. There's no chance that I'm doing anything first and I feel 0%. I'm like, just like Google me, bro. Like don't even front. Oh yeah. So we got all that work and stress for a badge. Yes. Because I've been slacking on my badges. And this one is related to San Francisco. So for me, this had a lot of like multiple significance to me personally, being San Francisco, being related to BEs, which I collect, and then badges, which I am, I believe, still the top badge holder in the game. And so it's very important for me to maintain that status because it's one of the last things I've held. I think I've held almost every top honor in the game at some point. Like I had the highest net worth for a while. I had definitely had the most properties for a very long time. I had most treasure hunts won for a bit when it first came out, like for a day. So like
you're really claiming a day first.
Hell yeah.
I was number one for a day.
I mean, it was probably like a week or so. I was really good at treasure hunting when it first came out, and I was crushing those. So yeah, no, I've held a lot of titles in Upland, and so top badge owner is currently the only thing I really. Well, I mean, I have a lot of other claims to fame as well, but yeah. Also, I believe the contest. So as of 9:30 EST on Thursday, November 30th, I believe it's still open. I have not heard that it's been closed. Yes. No, I probably wouldn't rage quit.
Probably. The next day he would have came to his senses.
Yeah,
after he calmed down.
I was just having a bad day. Well, and the thing was, I was actually having like an okay day, and I was really happy to like share that I finally got those. I love the pink houses in San Francisco. Yes. And yeah. Needs a fantasy football 2022 badge. Yeah, it's going to go along with my potential 2023 badge as the top points holder in my league. I just got to knock out that Boulder magic. I see you, Boulder. Yeah, crushing the league again this year, dominating. Well, points wise, Boulder has a 1-game lead on me. And looking at his schedule, I think the only chance I have is right before the playoffs to even like get tied with him. But honestly, it's just going to come down to the playoffs. I think we both have strong enough lineups that we'll both be in the playoffs at this point. And so it'll just be a matter of if I can beat him head to head. No, you're going to lose. What? Max Life? What? You coming for me? How dare you? You don't even... Anyway.
I mean, you kind of raged on me. I was scrolling back through the text. I was like 2 days ago. You're like, don't effing say that. Are you serious? I'm like, just messing with you. And you're like, for the badge. And then Dizzy got into it. And then you're like, dude, not cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. But I remember I was like, don't say it. Because, like, again, you were just trying to get my... I was like, that's, like, no, like, bad. You're supposed to be supportive and be like, oh, man, that's awesome. Because I had to fly around. I had to actually play the game to get those BEs. And instead of being like, oh, man, that's awesome, you're like, man, it ended 2 days ago. Like, I will stab you. Like, let's go.
But you do the same stuff to me.
I know.
But you do the same stuff to me. So
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Just accept my... Oh, dude. Okay. Max Life, I swear, like, that is not like I wish I could. So my game, and I don't know what to do. So when I go into the game and I go to messages, it crashes my game. Like, watch, it'll go there for a second. So, and of course now it's not going to do it. Oh, like, see, and then my game crashes and it actually logs me out. So it's like, trust me, I wish I could. It's in the app, it's in the browser. Like, I can't do any trades. It's infuriating because if Merced Manor loses, like, I take a little bit on that because we were supposed to trade a house so somebody else could make it their home, but the game is completely glitched. Oh, send a support ticket? God,
yep.
Darn it.
Hey, I had a pretty quick response. I had something frozen in my factory, and they were pretty solid with the response. So
okay, so what do I do? I send it to who?
Email to support@upland.me.
Support. Oh, it's literally like my first contact. Subject. Okay. I'm gonna do this because if not, I'm gonna have to do it right now, or my ADHD will.
And Upland is taking a snapshot on December 7th at 9 a.m. Pacific time.
Wait, hold on. Say it again.
9 a.m. on December 7th, Upland will be taking the Golden City Rush Block Explorer snapshot.
Okay.
All right. So we spent 18 minutes on nonsense.
And that's the best part of this show is nonsense.
The whole show's nonsense. We'll get into the secondary market.
That looks like nonsense.
It is because last Thursday was Thanksgiving, and we got up and started playing football in the morning and worked on the first 12 pack of the day. And then we ended up, then you had to get everything ready. We deep fried 3 turkeys. Then we had dinner. It just went on and on. It was just nothing but food. Week? Yeah, we did our show on Tuesday, but I didn't grab any data on Thursday.
Ever long ago.
Yeah. So we didn't grab any data on Thursday. I forgot to do it because I was kind of busy hosting, 18 people here at the house. So one of those things,
No, I don't know, because that sounds horrible, and I've only host a bunch of people at my house.
But it was all family, so it's okay.
You just double sold me on why I would not do that. So
I got very lucky with my in-laws. Get along with everyone, and they're great people. Awesome. So it's a good time. Yeah, and it's nice that we don't have to go to multiple places, and they'll make the drive out this way every year for Thanksgiving. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I spent some time with some new friends I made. So it was cool. They invited me to their family's house, which it's so fascinating to me when you get to like visit other people's like families and see how they operate. Like, and I'm just like, dang, like they ran it almost like, well, I won't, it was just very, not even efficient. It was like they were putting on a play or a production of Thanksgiving. Like we got there, like, and dinner, like it was all like said and done in like 45 minutes. It was the most insane and stressful thing I've ever been a part of. Like no one like sat down for very long. Everything was go, go, go. Every meal, like every like round of food was like in, out. Then it was like cleaned up. Dishes were done. Decorations were put away. I was just like, what the hell just happened? I'm from Midwest. We take all day Thanksgiving. Like Thanksgiving starts at like 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Like food is out all day. You kind of graze, you cook, you kind of do some things. Like it's insane. And for them, it was just like boom, 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 crazy.
Like 45 minutes.
Like we got like dinner started. So like we got there kind of like, I think festivity started at like 3 p.m. but dinner was at 4:30. And by 5:15, like dessert was done and cleaned up. Like I was just like, it was like insane. Like decorations, and then people were like, okay, on to the next thing. I was just like, what the? It was crazy.
No, I mean, it started with football. You came back, started grazing as you started prepping, and the first, we deep fried 3 turkeys. The first one came out, so everybody kind of picks at that as the other 2 cook,
Right? Right? You have the appetizer turkey, like you get like
like you're like, don't touch this, don't eat this, and like, oh, this is so good. You're like, leave this turkey alone, and while you got 2 other birds deep fried.
Yeah, you're like, well, no, I mean, I'm just gonna sample this one until the other ones are ready.
And then you do that, and then
I got one
comes through. And
all
then
right, I want to hear from the audience. Deviled eggs. Do y'all make deviled eggs on Thanksgiving? Yes or no? What do you?
We didn't have any this year. We've had them, but we didn't have them this year.
Dude, so this was like a big fight in my family. So like I remember one year, like, okay. And my family made me feel like I was crazy because my aunt always makes deviled eggs. And so like maybe 5-6 years ago, like I was like, where are the deviled eggs? Aunt Tara, you always make deviled eggs. And they were like, no, we make deviled eggs for Easter, but not for Thanksgiving. And I was just like, absolutely not. Deviled eggs are 100% of Thanksgiving food. Where are my deviled eggs? So it's really funny. Every year now on Thanksgiving, everybody sends me pictures of their deviled eggs. So like my family makes deviled eggs, even though I'm not there. Every year now, like somebody has to make deviled eggs. Like my mom always sends me pictures. But I will give kudos to the family that adopted me this year. They had deviled eggs unprompted, and they're like, yes, of course. We always have deviled eggs. It's a Thanksgiving food. And I'm like, thank you. And I sent pictures to my mom.
It only lasted 45 minutes.
Yeah, no, you had to eat them quickly. Like, and in fact, like they were force fed because they had like a tray of them. And then the sister who made them was like, I don't want to take them home. And then so they came around and they were like, eat them. And I'm like, I'll eat all of them. I'm like, oh man, it was a bad night because after you eat like that many deviled eggs that quickly, whoo, maybe that's why they got out so quick because it was going to be a situation. Yeah.
And that and it's the whole week. Like Thanksgiving, it's just not one day here because then the next day, my mother-in-law, she takes the turkey carcasses, she boils it down and she makes a turkey soup with it. And then Saturday, all the leftover turkey that nobody ate, then we make chicken or turkey pot pies with that. And then people take those home. And then you have Ohio State versus that team up north game. So then you have more people making more food on top of the Thanksgiving food. It's just like some people are like, oh, I put on 10 pounds. Our Thanksgiving weekend's like a 20-pound gainer, because then you bring out the queso dip and Sam's Club has this bacon cheddar ranch dip for the chips and you're just like eating that by the spoonful. Oh, it's bad. And I know you lost a lot of weight, and I'm sorry I'm going on.
Oh no. Holidays. I'm trying to be gracious for myself over the holidays because you got to enjoy it. All that food is made with such love. Like it's not just like going to McDonald's. Like this is good food made to be enjoyed. So no. Also, not a big sports ball person, as you know. I do know that fabled game of Ohio versus the Blue North nonsense, which was hard. However, my adopted family this year is an Auburn family. And so now I did not know this whole which is interesting because we worked with the Players Club, right?
Yeah, Georgia. Yep.
Yeah, and so it was really interesting because they were talking about Auburn, and then all I know is between them and then one of the other guys that I hang out with is a Georgia Bulldogs fan, and they hate each other, Auburn and Georgia, but everybody hates Alabama more, which apparently that's the thing, like F Bama. That's all I know about it. And that game was on Saturday, and so I had people over to watch that game, and Auburn was not supposed to win. Spoiler, they didn't. However, if you watch that game, it was insane because they were up into the last 30 seconds and then lost by 10. It was crazy bad. Yeah.
Boulder had 58 people at his Thanksgiving. That's insane.
What?
All right. We got to get back to the show, though.
There were little kids, so it ended abruptly. That sounds so suspect, brother. Honestly,
I mean,
because abruptly to me means the cops were called in, and then I have a lot of questions.
All right.
But anyway, moving on.
We do have time constraints here.
Don't get into football rivalries in the South.
Yeah, that's bad. So, what happened there? Undo.
What did happen there?
I don't know. But we do have Dak from the Upland Racing League to talk about the Snowdrift Showdown. Qualifications just ended, and he's just going to give us a rundown. Finals are going to happen, so we'll bring Dak on. Dak, how we doing, my friend?
Good. I was muted this time, so I didn't say something stupid as I came on, which I just did, so it's all good. How you guys been?
Good.
Thanksgiving sounded amazing. Deviled eggs for Thanksgiving? You just gave me an excuse to tell people to make deviled eggs. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So Snowdrift Showdown. As everyone saw, we worked with Upland to kind of pick cars that normally don't get to see a lot of love from different racing and so forth. And so we went with the Midtown Terrace 100 MTUs. They got the Series T. I figured San Francisco Hills needed a nice pickup truck. Then for the we picked the Series V, the passenger van. And, we went with the Ithaca run in Los Angeles. You got to have a van for all the passengers, all the tourists. So that one got that. And then there was a new track that just got added on that just went through the sanction process and was sanctioned. And they actually ended up getting picked for the semi trucks, which is probably one of my favorites. And it was the Extreme in Chicago. So I just thought, hey, who doesn't want to see a Boys Town Extreme semi-truck race? And so that was fun. And so it was interesting to see some of the other ones. As we expected, the semis did not have a lot of participation. Obviously, they're one of the most expensive non-racing vehicles in Upland. And so not many people have them. But it is a lot of fun to watch them race. We now have the list has been finalized. There were some gotchas during the qualifications in terms of you still saw one time that was earlier than others because it ended too soon, and so it didn't properly register the race. There was also some confusion on passenger vans, versus cargo vans and what was allowed and not allowed. But all of that got sorted. Overall, there was a lot less issues this time with the race. So we're looking forward to future races with Upland and just kind of building on this and getting it bigger and bigger. So that'll be fun. But your top 6, and so the top 6 make it into the final showdown tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. For the Midtown Terrace, the pickup trucks, the Series T, we have Wonder 1976, Michael Robbs, Arshak from Mahoney, MW Gamizi. Okay, so TML, didn't you have this fun where you would try to say names?
Oh, yeah. See, it's
Yeah.
not so easy, is it?
No. Caped Madman, sorry. And then Zamiri, I probably butchered that. So, but that was and you guys can find this all on the events page on Upland. It's the leaderboard is there. They have finalized it and formalized it. And so this is your top 6. For the Ithaca Run passenger vans, we have Highlander 30. He was actually a top racer in the previous Upland event. TB 125, not a stranger to racing. Krista Kithud or Krista K. Hudson. Sam Mahoney, so another Mahoney racer. Noka, a new name I haven't heard before. And then the Big Head, rounding off the top 6 for Ithaca. Bringing it down to the extreme and the semis, the big boys. We have Akapropi, Nubix, Mass Chef, Matsuda R, another Mahoney, XAOC 777. I think you guys know how to pronounce that one. I am not sure.
Zhao.
And Chow, and then Buleman. So some names, some known racers, and then some new ones. One of the new racers, and kind of the story I sold Too Stupid on for today's segment is Aka. So Aka is a player that reached out to me about wanting to partner with us to do something for Epilepsy Awareness Month. So the month of November was the Epilepsy Awareness Month. Obviously today is the 30th, so unfortunately the final ends up being on the on the 1st of December, but we're still taking advantage to just kind of create some awareness around epilepsy. Aka has been living with epilepsy, I think, for like 32 years or something like that. And one of the biggest things as we were talking through, and I got to give a shout out to Shaq. Hi, Shaq. Obviously, when he came to me, one of the first things I did was bring Shaq in. She's kind of partnered with me on all of my fundraising and kind of nonprofit kind of events. And so we just kind of came together to talk through what we would want to do and so forth. And as we talked to Aka, one of the things he said is that he really wanted to focus on making sure that there was awareness around epilepsy, what to do if someone is having an attack, some of the things that have changed, like in the past, people would say, to bite down on a stick or something, and now that's not a good thing because you could actually break your teeth and jaws, and you can actually create more damage. The other thing is to make sure you turn them on their side, so that if there is any kind of throwing up or anything like that, it's off to the side. So there's just a lot of little things that you can do, and so he created a video for awareness, kind of like letting go to Epilepsy Foundation to get more information. And we will be airing that during our race tomorrow in honor of kind of Epilepsy Awareness Month. And I thought it was a great story and really like the universe lining up with Aka being at the top of the leaderboard for the extreme. So it was just kind of like, hey, he has this message. It's an extreme kind of thing, having epilepsy, and now he's won the pole position. He's our starter for the extreme race, semi-extreme race, and I thought it was a really nice little story and package kind of coming together.
Yeah, that's
wow,
awesome.
that's a great story.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of other things too, because like not just like in the event of the seizures, but like also like like you can't really, like, if you have really bad epilepsy, like you can't drive either. You can't in real life. And there's also a ton of medication that you don't have access to. So there's a lot of trickle down effects from having, so not just the epileptic attacks, but then like there's a lot of medications that can make seizures worse. So you can't actually take a lot of medications because it can induce seizures. And well, he says, like, my apartment would be terrible for you because I have lots of flashing lights all the time. So,
Yeah, no, and it was interesting just talking to him, learning about some of the things, and just hearing about some of the things he's been through and stuff. I mean, it actually was really interesting talking to him and learning about like what his life has been like and how he's lived with epilepsy and everything. And so I thought it was just really kind of cool. And Matt Chef and I were like, yeah, we definitely want to try to do something. But it was, again, a lot of trying to get everything wrapped up last minute with the holidays and everything else. So one of the best things that we were able to do is to say, okay, we have this big event with Upland. We'll throw your video that you did in as a commercial, because we always do the commercials between each of the different races so we can get everyone set up and all that. And we're like, hey, we'll air your commercial, trying to really drive some of that awareness for epilepsy, for the Epilepsy Foundation and Epilepsy Awareness Month.
Yeah, do you have that link to the video? Like, we can share the link too.
Yeah, well, I don't have it. I will get it.
Okay, just let us know. I'll tag it in the video.
Yeah.
Because right now what he did is he uploaded the video, and so Mass has it, and it's going. So we don't have it on a YouTube channel or anything like that. We just have the video, but I'll send you guys the video.
Oh, well, I mean, or once it gets posted, just let us know so that, and maybe we can, we'll share it next week or something too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, that was his biggest thing, is he really wanted to make sure that there was some awareness and kind of play up into the Epilepsy Awareness Month.
Yeah, no, that's kind of crazy. I've had some recent interactions with some people that have had really bad seizures and epilepsy. So yeah, it's scary. And it's definitely something that people should be more aware of.
And depending on the severity of their epilepsy, I grew up with a kid with epilepsy, and he would space out, and you could talk to him, say his name, wave your hand, and you had about 2 minutes where you just stand there and space out before he had his seizure. So at least you knew, the first time we're like, dude, what's up? And he had a seizure. So the next time we're like, whoa, get him down on the ground. Let's get, get something soft underneath them. And then you just kind of, all right, call the nurse and then call the ambulance. So, but it just depends. And as you say, there's a lot of trickle down effect of it. So that's pretty cool that he got the pole position. You're going to run the video. The community here in Upland is great. So raising awareness on things like this, and all the charity work that you're doing, Dak, is great for it, creating the awareness across the community, because it's just not in your local area now. That's what I love about Upland, is we can have a reach across not only states, but countries and across the world to help with different causes.
Yeah. And I like what you said. I might actually try to create a little kind of banner or something, racing awareness. So RACING. Awareness. So I might start trying to do something like that, where we kind of try to pick a theme for the month or something, and try to do some awareness around it.
Yeah,
it's not always about raising funds. It's sometimes just raising awareness,
which is huge. And I think it's interesting because you mentioned like the global impact, but for me it's like local impacts globally, because like the reality is what we're doing helps people on individual scales. Like we're helping local communities, local awareness, but we're now able to do it on a global scale. So like, I really like that idea of helping locally, globally, because each one of us, I really feel like I really like impacting my local community. And if we can help empower everybody to help their local communities and the people that are around them, then we can make local impacts globally.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I think And with the Web3 community, you can do so much local that has global impact as well. So, and you could do global outreach that has local impact, and vice versa. So, I can see playing with that quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think there's. I mean, yes.
It is also Men's Cancer Awareness Month. So,
Movember, Men's Health Awareness Month.
Yeah, make sure you do your checks in the showers, fellas. It could have been a lot worse, so just roll with that.
I know. I was just gonna let you handle it because I was like,
Oh, more cheese in the house.
Hey, cheese
and Prado.
What? Back to back, cheese and Prado, back to back.
Whoa.
No, there was what?
Nope, Rodrigo. Nope.
I'm sorry. What was that? What was that? Too stupid. What was it that was said?
Nope.
So yes, tomorrow we have our Snowdrift Showdown, and it was a nice story. I'm excited about it coming together the way it did, and seeing the participation. The process is getting smoother, and now what we're looking to do is just to make sure that more and more people can engage.
Yeah. Nope, that's great. Looking forward to the races tomorrow. And when's kart season starting?
So we are going to look at doing a small little kart event in December, but it's going to be very truncated. And then the big season is our Stock Car Pro season that will be in Q1, starting like mid-January, early or late January kind of thing. So I actually will be starting the sponsorship run for the Stock Car Pro in December.
Okay.
But yeah, that again is going to be competition trim, stock cars, not the pro, not the trainers, but the competition level.
Heck yeah. And don't worry, Boulder. I see there that you got it all, but it was over Thanksgiving. I'm sure that there's going to be more events. So hold on.
Registration was last week, Boulder, and the qualifying went on this week. So you just missed the registration, but it went on all week. But yeah,
it's all right. I'm sure there'll be more. This won't be the last.
Absolutely.
No, there'll be more events. I mean, Upland definitely wants to do more of these, and we're trying to work it so that we can be more consistent and deliver it in a more efficient manner. And again, in the future, we'll keep picking cars that maybe are not getting love, so that people who have these cars can do something with it. Have a little fun with it.
Yeah. Genesis Week has not been announced, but knowing when Genesis Day is, it would probably be the 6th and 7th of June of 2024, which is that Thursday, Friday.
Oh yeah, then I was sure.
And the 7th is Genesis Day, right? Or the 10th?
I
thought it was the 9th.
It could be the 9th. I'm horrible. I've been doing this for almost 4 years, and I always mess up what Genesis Day is.
You're horrible. I own the Genesis property. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know if I've mentioned it. It's probably been a little. Haters.
I gotta go now. Thanks. On that note, no.
All right.
But yeah.
All right, Dak.
Also, just pro tip: don't plan to stay just for 2 days. Plan the weekend because,
especially if you're gonna be partying with me. Apparently, you might need a couple extra days to recover. Just saying.
Don't party with TML. It just ends bad.
No, we're gonna be good this year.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Good night, all. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow on the racetrack.
All right.
Cheers.
I like that.
I might get a different hotel than TML this time for my house. Well, we're going to be good this year.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. The only challenge is, usually we do our show and we like to hang out. So I have to get in on Wednesday. And then I might stay a little later into that Saturday instead of catching a red eye out.
Fam. Why don't you just bring the fam?
Dude, 4 kids in Vegas? No.
Just bring the wife. just give the kids to the grandparents for the week.
Well, that's what I was thinking because they're out of school. My wife's, not teaching at the time. So, I can bring her and she can hang out with the Ninja Wives while we're doing our Upland stuff.
There you go. Oh, the ninjas bringing their wives?
They brought their wives last year. So I'm just assuming I'm committing them to bring their wives again.
Why
yeah.
Did I meet the Ninja Wives?
You probably did, but you were more worried about partying.
I would say I don't remember what you're talking about, but that's probably half the point.
I did want to address something back really quick. Dubbish Crew was asking about did Upland do the Sparklet contract? I wouldn't expect it anytime. I would expect it closer to Genesis Week because they just got the approval to go forward. I know they were probably in development of it, but I don't think it's coming soon.
Yeah. See, Keith's wasn't there.
Oh yeah, that's right. She got sick.
Now I'm trying to think.
She was supposed to come.
No,
but she got sick.
Now I'm trying to think if I met.
SC Kicker's wife was there. You met her.
I might have. I was gonna say there's no way I met both.
No.
Okay.
Because his wife got sick and couldn't make it.
Yeah. Well, and who knows? You know me. I might have a wife by then. Who knows?
That could be.
Give me a month.
Fly up here and I can marry you. I'm licensed.
I was like, are you proposing?
Oh, hey, and I did look into it. I can apply for a 1-day license in Vegas and marry somebody in Vegas. It would be awesome to marry some Uplanders at Genesis Week in Vegas.
Oh, Genesis Week marriage. Let's go. Who's getting married at Genesis Week?
But I need to know. No. Where'd you even get that, Morchins? Come
on. That's what I heard. You said
I can marry you.
I thought you were proposing. I was flattered.
No.
I was like, wow, I didn't even know that was legal in Ohio.
Geez.
Next. Wait, you'll volunteer to marry me, to get married to me, or to get married at Vegas?
You don't have to. You'll get married, but you still need a taker. Got it.
Gotcha. People have been shipping you for 2. I just recently learned that term and I love it. Yes. Now, I mean, not for us, but just in general, like the shipping. So that's funny. I recently learned that that's a phrase that people do when they watch TV shows and they're like, oh, we're shipping them, meaning that they are picturing them in a relationship. Thank you, Metaventurist Goldie. That is hilarious. I do not want to read those fan fictions, but if you have them,
no, don't even create it. Stop giving them ideas. Stop.
I'm just saying.
No. All right. No,
wait, do you want the fan fictions of us as individuals or as our avatars? My turtle's not into stinky poo. I'm sorry. I have better taste than that.
But we do have.
Press the likes. How are you not liking this? Come on now. Where are those likes?
If anybody does, I need about 2 to 3 months to make sure my license is good for that day. But we can actually set up a Uplander marriage at Genesis Week, and I will officiate. I'm dead serious about it.
No, I know you are.
And I can show you the video from the other ones that I've performed. So it's not like I'm bad or it's a joke. I actually take it very seriously. So.
Well, I mean, I would hope so. You're marrying people, and the people that you've married are like actual like friends
people I know.
Family.
Yeah.
It would be weird if you made it a joke. Can I marry a BE?
No, you can't marry. Well, I don't know what the laws are where you live, but Goldie, knock it off. This show just went downhill.
Oh, goodness.
After this week, Dirk's going to stop listening to us.
Or start listening to us twice a week.
All right. So we had the Black Friday bonanza going on.
Yes.
So which was pretty fun. They had double your referral bonus. So instead of getting 50% on a new player's initial deposit, you got the full match instead. They also threw out 30% off NFLPA bundles that were going on sale, and they had discounted block explorers. And I did like it. So they kind of went with the Black Friday theme here. They had the air fryer, the switch, the TV, and kitchen appliances, and if you bought those 4, you got the shopping cart for free.
That's awesome. Yeah, sorry I missed that.
Yeah. Now I would love to have
Black Friday shopping though.
Did you?
Yeah. Did you do Black Friday shopping?
I'd stay away from that. I do Cyber Mondays.
Oh no, I bought a bunch of board games and Dungeons and Dragons book. So the comic book store was having a sale. And I might be starting a Dungeons and Dragons. I might be a DM for an AD&D D&D dungeon series. Anyway.
Okay. That was a lot of letters.
More DMO. Yes. Yes. Produce. I'm listening at 5 a.m. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what goes good with your morning coffee? Some TML and Too Stupid to Win fan fiction. You're welcome.
And if that wasn't enough, they had to come back with some Cyber Monday deals. They have the totem wearables that dropped on that Monday, the panda, the shark, the goat, the snake, and they even released the Chapter 5, the gorilla and the cheetah wearables. I want a gorilla wearable. I have to find me a gorilla wearable.
That gorilla looks menacing.
Right? Like, I just want to hang out in the Upland Cafe in my gorilla wearable.
That gorilla is going to straight up steal your wife. I don't know if I trust that gorilla.
I got to get me a gorilla.
Yeah. Oh, good luck with that.
And on the theme of wearables, NFLPA wearables will be awarded through the rest of the season and will be done by a drawing. As long as you buy a bundle during the week, you will be entered into the drawing each week, and 30 wearables will be given out each week. But you don't get to pick which team you get if you win. Upland will randomly assign it to you. So, hey, we're pulling for this team, and there you get it. I don't know how I feel about it because it's just an NFLPA with sort of team colors. It would have been better if you had the NFL going along with it.
All right, I wasn't gonna say anything because I was like, I'm trying not to be a Debbie Downer on the NFLPA stuff because it's not my arena. My initial thought from the outside is, oof, generic AF. Like, because without the team branding, like I mean, I'm gonna assume purple. The only purple team I know is the Vikings.
Yep.
So presumably that's them. Blue, like I have no idea who these other teams are. Is 17, was that San Francisco? I don't even know. I have no idea. Like I couldn't tell you who any of these teams are based on these colors. And I mean, I could tell you every NFL team. If you gave me their logo, I could probably tell you like who they are.
Yeah, the Ravens are also purple.
Oh yeah. See, it feels so uncool to me. I hate, and I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to hate on it, but like the other wearables seem super cool. These feel almost forced because
I thought this was a reach. I thought it was a reach because it was, even being a sports fan. Now, talking to the people that are still into NFLPA, they're really liking the bundles this year. They're liking the passes. They're liking the pass exchanges, and everybody knows who's looking for what. So they all work together to get each other the passes that they need each week to get that. And I think that helps on Upland side of the house because they were having to create mementos each and every week for all the players, and they weren't seeing a lot of the players' mementos being bought. And with the passes and the bundles, it makes it a lot easier. And
true. They do have fancy socks and matching gloves. I am Mr. Football. That is my new nickname now,
Mr. Football. All right, but yeah, I thought this was a swing and a miss with the wearables. If you had some sort of partnership with the NFLPA and could use the teams for it would be a different story that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think even the collectors of the NFLPA are on the same page with that.
I
It's
will say
just
that I'm with you on the bundles and stuff. Those I have liked that a little bit more. That process seems a little bit more cohesive. The pass process seems really cool in general. Like that feels a little bit more fluid and more what people are looking for. So that's nice.
yeah. And the ugliest sweater show battle just finished today, so all submissions were due today. Very excited to see they're looking for 10 ugly sweaters. I'm looking forward to these wearables coming out.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Winners will be announced December 8th. And I mean, it was great. They're offering first prizes 0.3 Spark, which is huge.
Seems a little stingy, IMO, but how much money are they going to make off of it?
Depends on what they sell the wearables for, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, I mean, Upland really put out a lot of content over the holidays, which is always a tricky thing. And there's a lot of debate, especially in the gaming community. And I've been on both sides of this in general, of like, there's one side where you theoretically have all this time off, like people aren't at work, they're not at school, so they have more time, but also it's the holidays. So it's usually being spent on vacation, family, that kind of stuff. So do you pack like really big events during the holidays? And also, if you're doing that, your staff has to be working those holidays to be able to make sure that all those events and things go off without a hitch. So having a balance of something cool for the holidays and also balancing out not overloading when people may or may not be, that's a tricky balance in my experience with games. Usually, expanding it a week before and after to kind of give people time on either end to participate is good. I think Upland jammed a lot in there.
And they just didn't jam a lot in there for like one particular, user of Upland. It was a little flavor for everybody. You had your racing with the sales, with your passes. You had your block explorers, you had your NFLPA deals, you had your wearables, so there was a lot. It just wasn't for one specific group of Upland players.
Yeah, which again, I think we're going to see a lot of that where, again, you're going to have multiple divisions releasing things and needing to release content to meet the different needs of the community. I'm with you, Boulder. It is hard having things over Thanksgiving, but the reality is, it's not Thanksgiving. I mean, Thanksgiving is a very U.S. centric thing too, by the way. So keep in mind that is very U.S. centric, and also it is a mobile game. So my feeling on it is I'm a lot more okay with mobile games pushing things during the holidays because in theory you should have your phone. And I don't want to suggest that you take time away from spending with your family or participating in any holiday events. However, like there are also a lot of people who rely on community. Like the holidays can be a difficult time for people. And so I like that the gaming community has an option to come. And you know what? You're not going to be able to participate in everything every time. So I do give kudos to Upland for giving events during the holidays. As a gamer who has struggled during holidays in general, like that's really nice to be able to have something to come and connect with other gamers who may not have the family. And if you're saying, hey, I got a bunch of family things that I have to do over the holidays, well, guess what then? I would take having a good family to do stuff with over a game to do stuff with. So you didn't lose out. So
no, you didn't lose out. Yeah. And also they announced the reveal for Chapter 5. They said it will be coming soon and ahead of schedule.
Which is the final chapter?
Yes, it's the final chapter.
Finally get to see
the life cycles.
Yeah.
So that makes me wonder, were they just ahead in production or are they ahead in the development of how they're doing the life cycles and all that, or is it a combination of both, or what? Because if we look at this,
I think it's moment. I think, yeah.
You look, chapter 1 was released September 5th, and then it was almost a month later that chapter 2 came out. So, we were speculating back then. We're like, okay, November will be 3, December will be 4, January will be 5. But all of a sudden they hit you with, chapter 3. The sale went live on October 20th, which was, a little under 3 weeks later. And then they come back a month later with November 21st for chapter 4. So they kind of been all over the place with it, and you can't really predict it. But I was surprised that they came out and said, hey, the gorilla and the cheetah are, chapter 5.
Yeah, I'm not. This is classic situation where, and from my opinion, and again, 100% speculation here, they like there was a lot of hype on this, right? I mean, I was particularly hyped about this. Finding out, like, I think that they're losing momentum on it. Like, they have a lot of other things that are coming out that are drawing interest. I think they need to accelerate this because, first of all, I thought there was going to be at least activity. Like, I thought it was going to be like a chapter and then a cycle with those totems. Like, the fact that they're releasing all of the totems, it's like, oh, okay. You're flooding the market. They're probably seeing secondary sales dip. Like, the interest in each sale has probably gone down, not up. Like, I don't know. I see it as like they need to get this out because they need to get the momentum back for totems, because they're kind of losing steam on it, in my opinion. But that's my speculation. I don't know. Do other people think like there is still a lot of hype? But I think they're selling. USD is definitely under, or it's under mint, I think, for USD for sure, and probably close to mint for UPX at this point on the secondary markets, right?
Yeah. And I'm pretty aligned with you as I think about it. I was thinking that they'd release a couple and start a couple of life cycles for the people that already had it. And since the life cycles weren't started, that if I didn't make the cut in the line, I wasn't going on the secondary market to buy it. Maybe I should look into it now, knowing that USD is under mint. But, as you weren't getting to play with the life cycles, did you really want to have 10 of these that you have to manage, and the rarities and all of that?
Yeah, like they really like I'm so sad because and you know what, there's still a ton of time, hopefully, but like if they had released the mechanics, if they had given us a test run to see how it works, like I need the information to be able to, like, you can't say that there's going to be a massive gamification and then not give us more details. Like, and then just keep pumping out totems. Like, we get it. There's totems. They're cool. First of all, there's also no turtle. So I definitely would have got hard on a turtle. Missed opportunity, Upland. Know your audience.
Oh, you would have gone hard. I thought you said something else.
Anyway,
sorry.
Like, I don't know. It sucks because it was such a cool concept and it is still interesting. It's lost its momentum.
Yeah, Happy MFR says it's a lot of things in Upland. We get a lot of hype, then it just gets old. We get a lot of stuff to buy and don't get to do a lot with the things.
But I mean, look at cars. I mean, cars
have evolved. So
cars have evolved drastically. Like, I would say that, I mean, from my perspective, and shout out to Dak and the Upland Racing, because like that to me is what saved cars. Like, honestly, almost single-handedly. Because without it, like, the car racing would be boring and stale. Like, the Upland Racing League and Dak and Matt Chef and what they're doing, and how much they've continued to press Upland and put pressure on them to evolve and to continually better racing has made cars much more compelling than they really would have been otherwise. I mean, we don't see, progress in other areas. I mean, block explorers, holy crap. How long have we been waiting for block explorers to be drivers? Like and so help me, like if they back out on, like, that's the thing, I go, and just, there's so many things that I think we're waiting for on Upland, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it will be, DAC and what they're doing there, as you said, really changed racing. And at first it was just the AI, and we were kind of worried because the attitude, the impression we got, not the attitude, the impression we got was that, go ahead and make a better level 2 racing game for, Upland and go for it, which was kind of worrisome. But over the last year since racing was announced, they've made 2 major improvements to it overall.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, they're minimal improvements, but it's significant enough that it's made the URL more compelling. So it's been enough that URL has been more compelling. I still think that layer 2 is definitely, where it needs to be, but also, we'll see how that plays out in 2024, for sure.
Kind of late, Joseph. We talked about it. Sparklet. I'm predicting, no confirmation or anything, not till Genesis week, at least, in my opinion.
Week. Yeah, I think Sparklet will be Genesis week.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we do have a giveaway.
A giveaway.
Yep.
Oh, snap.
Let's see here. We will call this giveaway. Let's see here. We have this Yeti. So everybody do hashtag Yeti, and you can win this wonderful a Yeti. And this is courtesy of Max Life. And this is one of his new map assets that he's manufacturing.
Oh, snap.
Yep.
That's dope as hell.
Yeah. Pretty cool. So definitely anybody that wants to win this mint number 10 Yeti. 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 Here, I'll put that back up so you can see it. Yes, Yeti, just like it says up there.
Can I give something away on your show? Absolutely.
Yeah, just message me and we'll get that hooked up. And if you want to buy, if you're not lucky enough to win today, you can go check out his shop, the Community Street Map Asset Shop at 501 East Pacific Coast Highway.
That's another thing that they need to make happen sooner rather than later, is being able to buy. I should not have to travel for hours. Like, do you have any idea? It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that I have to travel. Like, I'm sorry, Japan, London, the BE shops that are there, I'm just never going to buy anything from them because I'm not flying internationally to risk, like, at least let me put it on hold. Like, I'm okay if I have to pick it up in person, but I should be able to buy it and then have it there, because if I'm going to pay thousands of UPX and fly for hours across the world to go to a Block Explorer shop with no guarantee that when I get there, the thing I want is still going to be there, no chance I'm doing that. Like, it's such a... It can be fixed.
Shipping.
Again, it's okay if you want the travel, that's fine. But let me buy it and then let me go pick it up. I'm okay with that. But the current system, I'm going to say it's stupid. It's a stupid system. Like, I'm only buying stuff in the city I'm in. Like, people are missing out on thousands, if not hundreds of thousands in sales in UPX because I'm not going to fly across the world to go buy the thing from their shop with no guarantee that it'll be there when I get there. It is absolutely insane. Anyway.
Yeah. Now, Only 16 people have hit hashtag Yeti. So I'll give you guys another.
Can I hashtag Yeti?
You can hashtag Yeti.
Well, I think it's going to put it on.
It's going to put it into the UPX podcast, but
we win.
Yeah. So come on. I know more people than just 16.
Maybe not. Maybe they're scared. It's scary. It's an intimidating Yeti.
Yeah.
60 people, only 7 likes. 6 of those are more cheese. What are you guys doing?
All right. We have 18 entries, so we're going for it.
All right.
And the winner is
Keith.
KO Ninja.
Let's see, 21 likes. All right. Well, that's good.
Yes.
Shout out to Community Street. Super cool project. If you haven't checked out Community Street in LA, LA's got a lot of great projects happening. I really like LA.
I do.
West Coast. I'm going to say this. West Coast is the best coast. Once San Diego released, San Diego, I'm going to go hard on as well. I love San Diego. It's probably one of my favorite cities I've lived in, anywhere in the country. Definitely anywhere in this country. Maybe anywhere in the world. Definitely top. West Coast, best coast. Shout out to all my West Coast clan. Let's go.
Yeah. KO gets lucky on these draws. I got to figure out his trick with this.
He's good.
Yeah. All right. So we got another giveaway tonight. We are going to go with present. All right. We got this wonderful traffic light by More Cheese. That way, this way.
Love that.
Yes. Very, very nice. Well, it's not a traffic light. I'm sorry. It's a crosswalk light.
Crosswalk corner. It's super cool.
Absolutely. What should we hashtag this one for our giveaway?
Hashtag walk this way. Is that too much?
Well, that's kind of long.
Hashtag walk.
Hashtag walk.
Oh, hashtag cheese lights would have been better.
Oh, that's kind of long though.
Man, cheese lights.
Hashtag walk.
Hashtag walk. Cheese lights is a good one though, Rock.
It is good.
Just walk. No, not S. No S. Walk.
No S, just walk. Let's see here. I love that. All right. Don't want to confuse people to go look for the
so where can we get
cheese, where can we buy this?
Yeah. You mean you're saying there's a chance? Heath, get out of here. Hold on, I won't.
Pixel Palace in Bronxdale, the Bronx. Join our Discard for more prizes and stuff.
Ooh, I like the stuffs.
And she's sandwiched. All right, let's see it. Oh, so wow, more people are interested in this than they were the Yeti. Wow.
I mean,
the Yeti's.
Maybe they just didn't believe you.
Okay.
Also, it is super dope.
Yeah. All right, we're drawing here.
Let's see.
Who will it be?
Usinate. God, your pixelated face always flips. Like every time. It's so scary.
Message More Cheese to win your prize there.
I think they just feel bad for me. No, they love it. It's super cool. And honestly, the reality is because of the delay in the talking, people who weren't like ready to like type something out, like it always happens. Like this, like further ones, like people are just more prepared. And maybe they just don't believe. They're like, are they actually going to give things away? Do I actually have a chance? Oh, wait, I can win? Heck yeah. So
heck yeah. And we have more stuff from Max Life to give away. He did give us a couple of things to give away, but we just won't do it tonight. We'll do it throughout the holiday season. We'll do it each week.
Holiday giving. And if I get my messenger fixed, I'm sure we'll have some more giveaways. For sure.
Yeah. Let's see here. Did we hit everything? Yeah, we hit everything. We're good. Anything else before we get out of here for the week?
No.
All righty. Well,
we're gonna be in December. Our next broadcast is December.
Yes. I don't know where this year went.
I have no idea where this went.
Flew by. And I gotta put up these stupid L's. We made it to like my oldest was like 6 years. We made it to my oldest was like about 6 years old, and my wife's like, "Look, I got an elf." I'm like, "Why?
No.
Why?" Oh, that's okay.
I've heard nightmares of it. Wait,
it's horrible.
No. What's your favorite? So you know how the elf on the shelf? Have you seen the other memes that are
ours multiplied? I don't have one. I have two. I have a girl and a guy, and they have to it's horrible.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, then that is horrible. I want to hear what you're doing for Elf on the Shelf starting next week. So
tonight, my kid has this huge helicopter. He's got this huge helicopter, so I'm hanging it from the ceiling in the dining room, and I'm having one of them pilot the helicopter and the other one hanging from below as they fly in for the holiday season.
Nice. Are you gonna have like reindeer bits splattered everywhere, like one of them fell through the propellers?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Not 1 second. We're done with the show. People are leaving. What are you doing? This is insanity. Oh, you're bringing the helicopter. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, we knew what you were talking about. We know what a helicopter is. Like, I don't know why. Remember to pay your venture dues. Oh, yeah. Pay your venture dues.
Yeah. So we're talking that big, huge helicopter flying the elves in. So that is night one.
Huge. And
I try to encourage the kids to do sleepovers in the living room on the weekends as much as possible, because I also tell them that the elves are scared to move because they're sleeping in the living room. So they just stay in the same place. So it makes it easier.
That's fair.
All right. I will keep you updated on my Elf on the Shelf
adventures. My venture dues.
Again, I thought you paid them already.
I don't know. So she just said, remember to pay your venture dues. I'm just going to go check.
Because we hit you up earlier this month about it.
I know. Well, I mean, they're due every month, so I'm sure that, I don't even know how it works. Like, is it due on the
first of the month? It's the first of the month.
Oh, so okay. You got maybe she's just saying that for tomorrow, so I have to.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Everybody, be safe. Have fun. We'll see you out there in the metaverse. Talk to you next week. There's the big.
The UPX Podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host who's stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland property experts, baby, UPX.